Hey guys, this is Dimitri and welcome back to another Hardware Canucks review. So Corsair has really been aggressive with trying to cover every angle within the niche of enthusiast, user-friendly and feature-loaded cases. But when it comes down to silent-oriented designs, Corsair has been really lagging behind with only one other chassis. So today we're checking out their latest release, the 330R. Now priced at $99, this is a hybrid between the Obsidian 550D and the Carbide 300R. So similar exterior design with sound dampening door that can be flipped, and because the plastic resembles a brushed aluminum surface, you're not expected to pay the premium. We have two USB 3 ports, audio jacks, and PR buttons at the front, with three meshed 5¼ drive bays right below, and removable dust filter that reveals an included 140mm fan. Now removing the entire front cover, what we notice is spacing between the front panel and the fan, which Corsair has assured to be enough for adequate airflow. But also notice these plastic barriers that help to channel the airflow, which equates to less turbulent intake and more direct air penetration. A second fan can be installed at the front as well, and notice there are additional venting cutouts in the frame for improved intake. At the back we have an exhaust fan, 7 PCI expansion slots, and a magnetic dust filter right underneath your power supply. We also have rubber case feet that fit in with the entire silent theme. So the top cover is basically the lid for the case, which eliminates any sound coming from the top with more foam attached. And it also looks like it eliminates any top exhaust to be installed because it covers both fan slots. But upon further inspection, we have these tiny openings for exhaust air to exit. Now it's not the most efficient way of removing air, but there are always compromises when you go silent. The side panels have much been improved from the original 300R with thicker steel and more sound dampening material applied. So overall the 330R is a well constructed chassis, regardless of the plastic bits. So on the inside, the top of the hard drive cage has been removed to allow longer GPUs and just to clear up some room for airflow. But why not just have a frame that is more open, as all that steel is just restricting airflow. This is the exact same internal frame as the 300R, and it's disappointing to see that we haven't seen any change. The hard drive cage has 4 toolless caddies with SSD support, nothing unusual, just simple and toolless assembly process. Now coming around to the back, very disappointed to see there are almost no cable tie notches, which makes cable management really difficult as you cannot secure cables to the back of the case. Also, there are no rubber grommets on any of these cutouts, which for $99 is inexcusable. We do get 2 cm of room behind the motherboard tray, which would suffice for even a loaded build. Now beginning with our assembly, Corsair is one of the few case manufacturers who include a middle motherboard standoff that makes your entire process so much easier. Our GTX 590 fits in without breaking a sweat, and the build looks very clean. Now, 2 things we would like to mention. The audio cable is quite short and didn't have enough reach, and second, the mount for the rear exhaust is indented a little too much inside, which may cause issues with large CPU heatsinks and installing that 8-pin CPU cable. Now turning the case around, we find unsecured cables and potential for frustration during loaded builds. It just doesn't make sense to not include cable tie notches, as they really help during cable management. So the new Carbide 330R is a good candidate if you are considering going silent, as every panel is covered with sound dampening material. It is well built despite the plastic parts and actually manages to deliver decent airflow with proper spacing between the fans and the front panel and small exhaust holes at the top. And of course the internal design is nothing new and assembly is a breeze. However, we'd hope that Corsair would put more emphasis on cable management, as missing cable tie notches are a big negative, especially at this price point. Also, it would be nice of them to modify the frame at the front to make more clearance for that airflow. So thanks guys for watching, let us know what you think of the 330R, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.